Alright, hello, it is I, L7, and today what I'm talking about is the time that my pet cat got lost and she never returned. As you could imagine, I was very, very sad. So, as a sad pet owner who just lost their child, I did what any pet owner would do. Let me give you the scene. The scene. I was living in an apartment in Kentucky, in Lexington. Just a one-bedroom apartment, very small, but it was my home. It was my first apartment, and it's where me and my cat lived. I went to Lexington to go to SD school, and then all I did while I was in Lexington was go to school, work, and spend time with my cat. School, work, cat, because that's all I had time for was to go to school and then go to work and make money, and then that's just how it was. So this cat had meant the world to me. I loved this cat. Her name was Sophie. Well, one day in my apartment complex, the bug man was coming. So I was like, okay, cool. So I took everything out of my cabinets like you're supposed to do when the bug man comes in an apartment complex. Woman opened her door and told me that yes, she had seen my cat, and it was just out in the hallway. Are you kidding me? If there's someone's cat out in a hallway that's trapped, it is obviously somebody in that hallway's cat. You couldn't have just scooped it up or just did something with it. You couldn't have brought it to the office or something. Oh my God, I hate people. My depth of hate for people runs so strong because of this story. I've got a few more stories that increases my depth of hate for people that I'll share with you guys, or for the general public at least. I despise. But anyhow, this woman told me that she had saw my cat in the hallway and she didn't do anything about it, and then she shut her door in my face. Oh my God, I was so sad by that. I didn't know how to take it. I had anxiety, and this woman was just being rude, and I was just, so, my boyfriend, he was living with me at this time, now that I remember, and after that, I was all torn up. I was shaking. I didn't know how to handle it because this woman was I don't know. I was just very upset about it, to see somebody could be like that, could act like that towards somebody else. I got my fancy water glass here, got my pinky up. But yeah, so with that said, my next step was to ask other people in the complex area if they had seen a cat running around, and some of them said yes. And then I couldn't find her. I looked for her. I looked in the shrubs where they said she was. I couldn't find her. So after the first day or two of her being gone, I printed out some flyers, and I hung these flyers up everywhere. Let me tell you what, there was not a light post that was missed. Nothing was missed. I loved this cat. I wanted to find this cat. I still want to find this cat. I miss her. She was a B word, but I miss her. This cat was so soft. And she was just my cat. I loved her. So I put up posters everywhere, including my apartment complex, which I lived in Building B. So Building B was kind of ghetto AF, and downstairs there was a lobby area, but it really wasn't a lobby. It was completely empty, and anyone can come in and out of it. It was very not safe, but it's where I lived. So these kids all the time would spend their afternoons down there when they got off school or whatever and hang out, which I mean, hey, I'm all for hang out with your friends, do whatever, but these little shits, these little shit-ass kids, let me tell you what they did. I had hung up posters of my cat in this lobby, and every single time I hung these posters up, they tore them down and wadded them up and tore them apart, and just like, they were just so disrespectful and mean and rude to me. Like, I was so hurt and saddened by this, because all I wanted was to find my cat. Like, I just wanted to find my cat. So I don't know. I was just very hurt and saddened by this, because these were children. These were like, I don't know, 13, 14-year-old children. And how could they just be so disrespectful? Like, who is raising you? Because obviously a loving, respectful mother is not raising you if you're treating somebody's stuff like this. Because I'm just gonna stop there, because these are children. I don't want to be that mean to children. But I don't know. After that had happened, after the second or third time that it had happened, I caught on and, like, obviously realized who it was. And when I would walk through the lobby or whatever, all the kids would just stop talking, because I would just go over and, like, pick up my wadded up ball and, like, smooth it out and then take it upstairs. Because, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I could have yelled at those kids. If it was now, here and day, I definitely 100% would have yelled at those kids. But, back then I was so shy and meek that I didn't know how to handle it. So, I don't know. And, I also, if you guys ever lose your pet or anything like that, if you, this is what I did. I went through, oh my God, I was searching for this cat hardcore. I walked up and down every single street in my neighborhood, like, for 3 hours every night when I got home, trying to look for this cat, like, with my flashlight, with my posters, calling out for my kitty Sophie, because I just wanted to find her. And I did that for, like, I don't know, a week or two straight. Like, I was determined to find this kitty, but I never found her, very sadly. And something else I did was, there's this app called the Nextdoor app, or maybe it's just Nextdoor, and if you put in, like, your zip code and all that good stuff, and you prove that you're a resident of that neighborhood, they share stuff on there. And I would share that, like, I was looking for my cat and all that good stuff. So that's something that kind of helped me. When I used the Nextdoor app, a couple people did get me. I felt like I was getting close to finding her. Like, it was very stressful trying to find this cat, because people would message me and text me and be like, I just saw your cat running this way, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if these people were messing with me or if they were being serious, but every single time I got, like, a message like that, wherever they said, I would, like, go over there and I would look for hours trying to search for my cat. I don't know. I did use the Nextdoor app, but I feel like that app is legitimate, and I don't think 30 and 40-year-old moms are going to be trolling me, having me on a wild cat chase. But hey, maybe. You never know. But yeah. That's the end of that story. That's all I have to say about that. But actually, that's not all I have to say. I have one more thing to mention. I did have a dream about Sophie. I did have a dream one night after, like, I had accepted that I wasn't going to find her again. Oh my God. I didn't need that glass of water. It choked me up. And I wasn't even choked up. Why do I do this to myself? But I did have a dream about Sophie, and it was that this is very weird, but she was outside of, like, a Applebee's for some reason, and she was in a flower pot, but, like, a tipped over flower pot, and she had, like, a chain around her neck, like a wrapper chain that said Sophie, and it was like, like bedazzled all out with not rhinestones, diamonds and all that good stuff. And I just remember that dream so vividly, and I don't know why I remember that dream, but I like to think that Sophie is now chilling with a couple gangster grandmas at Applebee's getting turned up on Tuesdays. So that's how I like to think of it. If you have ever lost a pet or ever experienced anything like this at all, or ever had like somebody be rude to you, and how you like stood up for yourself or didn't stand up for yourself, please share it down below. I definitely want to hear what people have to say, and I want to relate to you guys. I want to have an internet family. But I also have created social media. I've got Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I got a Facebook thing now. I do post a lot on Snapchat though, so if you really want to see what I'd be up to, follow me on Snapchat. And then let me think what else. I can't think of anything else. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment, conversate with people in the comments, and have a beautiful day. Goodbye.